Episode 3 of the Book of Boba Fett. Personally, I thought that this episode was one of the best ones that we've seen so far. It spent less time in Boba's bed bath dream state and more in the present day, the environment that I feel I prefer this show to be in. In this video, I'm going to break down, recap and discuss all of the key moments in episode 3, as well as give my review on it. I'll touch on the biker gang and what the end of the episode means for the future of the show. So here it is, episode 3, the Book of Boba Fett. This episode is one that I feel had the best pacing so far out of the 3. I think this 38-minute runtime works well for the show, more than the 52 minutes that we had in the second episode. It starts out by us seeing Lorth Appeal go to Boba and bring to his attention that nobody really respects him, and that he's mainly looking for help in banishing a gang that keeps stealing water from him. Boba accepts, and then once met with the part human, part droid gang, he realizes that it's in fact Lorth who is ripping people off and overcharging for water. This leads Boba to give him a warning after recruiting the gang for his own use. It's quite obvious and clear to see that the hybrid human gang are not the typical type of warrior that Boba would be looking out for, but he's building up a diverse army for himself which contain different species and breeds of creatures and beings. The gang seem like an interesting set of characters to introduce into the show. A mod-style biker gang that are essentially on the brink of poverty and are looking to work so will do anything. It was a good judge of character. This group are prepared to serve Boba, and within this episode, their first inclusion, we've seen just how committed they are. It looks as though it's led by the frontrunner played by Sophie Thatcher. The breadth in which Boba's support and surrounding warriors will contain will likely all have different skill sets, and that's something that we're going to see grow per episode. Once the gang had been recruited, we delved into the dreamlike, reminiscent world that we often spend time in. This time to see Boba go and collect his collection money for protection off the back of episode 2. Whilst awaiting collection, he hears that the biker gang are currently offering protection, and until they're taken out, the Tusken Raiders will receive nothing. On his journey back, we see thick black smoke in the distance, which immediately made us know that something wasn't going to be right. His tribe? Well, they're no more. We see this by the amount of bodies and devastation that is in the immediate surrounding. It was actually quite a sad moment as we saw the connection between Boba and the tribe form over the past few episodes, and I genuinely wanted them to succeed. We see a marking on the wall which is of the biker gang who massacred the tribe. It's safe to say that in the next episode, we'll see Boba'S retaliation to the events that occurred back then, and I can't wait to see that. Whilst the dream was fully underway, we saw Boba be forcefully awoken by the evil Wookiee, and the first battle of the episode occurred. The fight scene made me feel really uncomfortable, in the sense that seeing Boba being thrown around while soaking wet from the bath and not in the right frame of mind, it was so clear and obvious to witness. You could really sense the vulnerability in Boba when this moment was happening. Following that, we saw everyone then come into battle. The cyberpunk biker gang, the green pig creatures, and also Fennec when she opens the trapdoor for him to fall down. I was just left wondering why nobody noticed the Wookiee enter, but as all good bounty hunters are, they go unnoticed, even if they are a 7-foot Wookiee. This was in fact an act of the Hutt twins, and they then arrive with a gift which is Arachnor, who is being trained by the one and only Danny Trejo. The Hutts announced that they are going to be departing, due to war being bad for business. To be honest, I still feel like we will see the Hutts again, and this isn't the last that we'll see of them. We see Boba go on to release the evil Wookiee, who I think will come back and be on Boba's side later on in the season due to him being spared. This is behaviour that I feel runs true with Star Wars, and I won't be surprised when this does happen. We see Boba bond with the Arachnor, and just as he was leaving, I got a weird feeling. The trainer stating "don't worry, he will be back," with a glare, and the Arachnor staring off as well, leads me to believe that it's already well trained and there is a plan, likely the Hutt's doing, that's already in place. I feel there's going to be more to this, and it's not going to be the peace-offering gift that Boba naively thinks that it is. I think the Mayor and the Hutts, and maybe even the Pikes, are involved in this gift. Once this was done, we then see Boba go on to meet with the Mayor unannounced due to there being a 20-day wait time. This is then when we see a car chase that wasn't necessarily the most exciting to watch on screen. It felt quite slow, lacked there being anything at stake, and also wasn't the best visually. I feel with it being such a small space with tight corners, they could have done more with the camera work to really translate that across the screen. This is then when it's revealed that the mayor's absent because he's working with the Pikes to come and take over the area in which Boba seeks to claim. We know that the Pike Syndicate are connected to the Bike Gang in Boba's memories, the ones that slaughtered the Tusken tribe, and I feel there's going to be a personal connection in episode 4, and the war that Boba speaks of is going to come to fruition. The connection between the two stories is now going to be made as we approach the halfway point of the first season. I can't wait to see how much further this story goes. Are you enjoying the season so far? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.